Welcome to another deep dive. We're going to be exploring a fascinating intersection of tech and business trends today, and we've got a really interesting mix of sources to unpack. Press releases, market reports, even a thought-provoking opinion piece on the future of crypto.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so our mission today is to connect the dots between these seemingly separate trends and uncover what they mean for you no matter your tech background.
Yeah, I think that's a great approach.
Yeah.
Sometimes the most important insights come from understanding how seemingly unrelated things connect.
Right, exactly. Like imagine trying to explain to someone back in 1995 what it's like to run a business today.
Oh my gosh.
They wouldn't even know where to begin.
That's a great point. And speaking of that shift, the Digital Transformation Market Report really puts things into perspective.
Okay.
It estimates that the global market was worth a staggering $578.7 billion in 2022.
Wow.
And it's projected to keep growing rapidly.
Yeah, those are huge numbers. What exactly does digital transformation even mean? It
Yeah.
sounds kind of vague.
Yeah, it goes way beyond just having a website or social media presence.
Mm-hmm.
It's about fundamentally changing how businesses operate and compete using data analytics, AI integration, cloud computing, and more. It's a complete overhaul of how companies approach everything from customer service to product development.
So it's not just about adding some tech bells and whistles. It's about changing a company's entire DNA.
Exactly. And understanding the shift is crucial, whether you're a seasoned CEO or just starting your career.
Right.
It's about being adaptable, embracing new technologies, and constantly learning to stay ahead of the curve.
Okay, so we've got this massive wave of digital transformation happening.
Yes.
What's coming next?
Well, all this digital transformation is creating a huge demand for specialized tech tools and expertise.
Okay.
As businesses adapt, they need specific solutions to tackle new challenges and take advantage of new opportunities.
So it's like this digital transformation wave is creating a ripple effect.
Yes,
Leading to all sorts of interesting developments in different sectors.
absolutely. Let's dive into some examples.
Love it.
First up, we have the Digital Forensics Market Report.
Ooh.
It might sound like something out of a spy movie, but digital forensics is becoming increasingly important in today's digital landscape. Ever wonder how cybersecurity professionals track down hackers?
You mean like those digital detectives who uncover clues in the digital world?
Exactly.
That always seems so cool to me.
Digital forensics experts are in high demand, and for good reason. Cybercrime is on the rise. So businesses and individuals alike need experts who can find digital evidence and help bring cybercriminals to justice.
Oh, wow.
Companies like IBM Corporation, KL Discovery Inc., and Binary Intelligence LLC are some of the big players leading the charge.
That's fascinating. Okay, next up we have the Financial Forecast and Market Report.
Okay.
Which caught my eye because it seems like even predicting the future is getting a tech upgrade.
It certainly is. Advanced algorithms and machine learning are being used to analyze mountains of data and identify patterns that humans might miss. This technology helps businesses make more informed decisions about their finances and plan for different scenarios.
So it's like having a crystal ball powered by data and algorithms.
Mhm.
That could be really useful not just for big corporations, but for individual investors like me too.
Absolutely. And the numbers reflect this growing interest. The market was worth $8.7 billion in 2023, which shows just how important financial forecasting technology is becoming.
Okay, now for something completely different, the Threading Tools Market Report.
Interesting.
This one might seem like a curveball, but I think it highlights just how widespread this digital transformation is reaching.
You're absolutely right. Even traditional industries like threading tools are being transformed by technology.
Okay.
For example, AI-powered threading tools are being developed to optimize performance, reduce waste, and seamlessly integrate with smart factories.
Wow, I never would have thought about it that way. So it's not just software and e-commerce that are changing. This digital revolution is impacting manufacturing and industrial processes in a big way too.
Yeah, exactly. It's a fascinating example of how technology is reshaping every aspect of our world, even in unexpected places.
Huh.
And speaking of unexpected places, let's shift gears and talk about smart cities.
Ooh, now that's a topic that always gets my imagination going.
Yes.
What do our sources say about smart cities?
The GCC Smart Cities report paints a pretty incredible picture of urban environments built from the ground up with technology at their core. We're talking about cities that use sensors data and AI to manage everything from traffic flow and energy consumption to waste management and public safety.
It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Are there any real-world examples of smart cities emerging now?
There are actually quite a few initiatives underway around the world.
Wow.
And the GCC report projects massive growth in this sector, with a CRR of 25.70%.
Huge.
That could reach a staggering $907 billion by 2032. Companies like Honeywell International Inc., Microsoft, IBM, Alphanar Group, Tata Consultancy Services Limited, and AstraTech
Hmm.
are all investing heavily in smart city technologies.
Those are some serious players. But how does this connect back to all the other trends we've been discussing?
Well, smart cities rely heavily on those specialized tools we just talked about.
Okay.
They need digital forensics to keep their systems secure, financial forecasting for urban planning, and even AI-powered threading tools to help build and maintain their infrastructure. It's
Yeah.
all interconnected.
So it's like a giant web of innovation with each piece playing a crucial role in building these futuristic cities.
Hmm.
Pretty mind-blowing, right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's move on to something I know you're interested in the world of crypto.
Yes,
I'm sure you've heard of Bitcoin,
of course.
but the Layer 3's article dives into what's coming next in the blockchain space.
I'm all ears. Bitcoin is fascinating, but I'm always curious about what's on the horizon.
Well, this article talks about solutions that operate on top of existing blockchains like Ethereum to address scalability and functionality challenges. Think of them like specialized highways being built on top of the existing internet infrastructure. These Layer 3 solutions are designed to handle more complex applications, enable faster transactions, and lower costs, all of which are essential for the future of decentralized finance and Web3.
So it's like we're moving beyond the basic roads of the internet and building superhighways for all sorts of new possibility.
Exactly. And this is where things get really interesting for developers, investors, and everyday users alike.
Okay, so we've got this incredible wave of innovation happening in the blockchain space.
Yes.
But I know there's also been some turbulence recently. The crypto shakeup article caught my attention because it seems like the crypto market has been on a bit of a roller coaster ride.
Yeah,
How should we make sense of all this volatility?
that's a great question. Volatility is often inherent in emerging markets,
Mm-hmm.
but the underlying technology behind crypto continues to develop at a rapid pace. It's important to remember that while the market can be unpredictable, the technology itself is constantly evolving and finding new applications.
So it's important to look beyond the headlines and focus on the long-term trends.
Precisely. Don't get swept up in the hype or paralyzed by fear. Understanding the long-term trends and separating the signal from the noise is key.
And that's exactly why we're doing this deep dive. We want to help you, the listener, understand these trends and what they might mean for you.
Exactly. We aim to equip you with the knowledge and insights you need to navigate these trends with confidence.
So to recap, we've explored the massive wave of digital transformation sweeping across industries, the rise of specialized technologies like digital forensics and financial forecasting, the exciting potential of smart cities, and the ever-evolving landscape of crypto and blockchain technology. It's a lot to take in.
It certainly is. But what's truly fascinating is how these trends are all interconnected.
Yeah.
We're seeing a convergence of technologies and ideas that are reshaping our world in profound ways.
It's like a symphony of innovation with different instruments playing their part in creating something truly remarkable.
That's a great analogy. And before we move on to part two, I'd like to leave you with a question to ponder.
Okay, hit me.
How might these seemingly separate trends, digital transformation, specialized technologies, smart cities, and the evolving crypto landscape converge in your life or work over the next 5 to 10 years?
It's a question that's worth thinking about because the possibilities are truly endless. And we'll be back in part 2 to delve even deeper into some specific applications and implications of these trends. Until then, keep those brains buzzing.
Good idea.
Welcome back to our deep dive. In part 1, we talked about the big picture trends like digital transformation, smart cities, and the evolving crypto landscape. Now I'm really excited to get more specific and explore how these trends are showing up in our everyday lives.
Yeah, that's a great point. Sometimes it's easy to get lost in the abstract concepts, but these trends are actually having very real and tangible impacts on how we live, work, and interact with the world.
Exactly. And speaking of tangible impacts, let's start with something that's probably already a part of most of our lives, fintech, or financial technology. The Fintech Market Report really dives into how technology is revolutionizing the way we manage our money.
It really is. Think about it. Just a few years ago, we were still standing in line at the bank to deposit checks. Now we can do almost everything, from our phones, from paying bills, to investing in the stock market.
I know. I remember when I first started using mobile banking, it felt like magic. But what's really interesting to me is how fintech is empowering individuals to take more control of their finances. We have access to tools and information that were previously only available to financial professionals.
That's a key point, fintech, is democratizing finance, making it more accessible, transparent, and user-friendly. It's breaking down barriers and giving individuals more options for managing their money.
That's amazing. But of course, with all this digital innovation comes new challenges, right? Especially when it comes to cybersecurity. The Global Cyber Threat Intelligence Market Report really emphasizes how important it is to stay ahead of the curve when it comes to protecting our data and systems.
You're absolutely right. As our lives become more intertwined with technology, the stakes get higher. Hackers are constantly finding new ways to exploit vulnerabilities. So cybersecurity is an ongoing arms race.
It's like we need our own digital immune systems constantly adapting to new threats. So how do we stay ahead in this digital arms race?
Well, investing in robust cybersecurity solutions is crucial, both for individuals and organizations. This includes things like strong passwords, multi-factor authentication, and regular software updates. But it's also about being aware of the latest threats and best practices.
So it's a combination of technology and awareness.
Exactly, and this is where the field of digital forensics comes in. Again, having experts who can investigate cybercrime and provide actionable intelligence is crucial. It's like having a digital detective on your side, helping you track down the culprits and prevent future attacks.
Okay, so we've talked about fintech and cybersecurity now. I'm curious to zoom out a bit and consider how all these tech trends are impacting the broader business landscape. What are some of the big picture implications for companies?
Well, one of the biggest takeaways is that adaptability and agility are more important than ever. The businesses that thrive in this rapidly changing environment are the ones that can quickly adapt to new technologies, new customer demands, and new market dynamics.
So it's not enough to just stick with what's worked in the past. Companies need to be constantly innovating and embracing change.
Exactly, and this ties back to our earlier discussion about digital transformation. It's not just about adopting new technologies, it's about fundamentally changing the way a business operates and thinks.
So it's a mindset shift as much as a technological one.
Precisely. And this applies to individuals as well. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a freelancer, or an employee, developing an adaptable and future-proof skill set is essential.
That makes sense. But what exactly are these future-proof skills? What should people be focusing on to stay ahead of the curve?
Well, we've already touched on some key areas like data analytics, AI, and cybersecurity, but it's not just about technical skills. Soft skills like critical thinking, problem-solving, creativity, and communication are equally important, if not more so.
It's like the perfect blend of tech savvy and human ingenuity.
Exactly, and I think this highlights another crucial point, collaboration.
Collaboration, how so?
Well, none of these trends exist in isolation. They're all interconnected and interdependent. To truly leverage the power of these technologies, we need collaboration across disciplines and industries.
So it's about breaking down silos and fostering a spirit of shared innovation.
Precisely, whether it's through partnerships, open source projects, or simply sharing knowledge and ideas, collaboration is key to unlocking the full potential of these trends.
And I imagine that this collaborative spirit thrives in communities both online and offline.
You're right, whether it's online forums, industry events, or local meetups, connecting with like-minded individuals can provide invaluable support, inspiration, and opportunities for growth.
It's about creating a network of individuals who are passionate about these technologies and eager to learn from each other.
Exactly. Now let's shift our focus to another exciting trend that's shaping the future, the role of mobile technology. The latest How Mobile Technology is Interway. Influencing the Europe Operational Intelligence Market Report offers some interesting insights.
This is a trend that's close to everyone's heart. I mean, who doesn't rely on their smartphone for just about everything these days?
It's true, mobile devices have become extensions of ourselves, and this has profound implications for how businesses operate and how we interact with the world.
So what's the key takeaway from this report?
What highlights the growing importance of mobile-first strategies in the business world as more and more people access information and services through their smartphones. Businesses need to adapt their operations and marketing efforts accordingly.
It's about creating seamless and engaging mobile experiences that cater to the needs of today's consumers.
Exactly, and this is where innovation in mobile app development, user interface design, and mobile payment solutions becomes paramount.
It's all about meeting the user where they are literally.
Precisely. Now, let's consider another industry that's being significantly impacted by technology, the chemical sensors market.
Okay, this one sounds a bit more niche. What's the connection to our broader discussion?
Well, the latest, the role of innovation in driving North America chemical sensors market growth report highlights how technological advancements are driving innovation in this sector.
Interesting. So what are chemical sensors and why should we care?
Chemical sensors are devices that detect and measure the presence of specific chemicals in the environment. They have a wide range of applications from environmental monitoring and industrial safety to healthcare and food quality control.
Ah, so they're kind of like digital noses sniffing out important information.
Exactly. And the report emphasizes how advancements in sensor technology, data analytics, and artificial intelligence are leading to more accurate, efficient, and sophisticated chemical sensors.
This sounds like it has the potential to revolutionize a lot of industries.
Absolutely. For example, imagine a world where chemical sensors can instantly detect harmful pollutants in the air or water, or where they can monitor the quality of food production in real time.
That would be incredible. It could lead to a safer, healthier, and more sustainable future.
Precisely. And this is just one example of how technology is driving innovation and progress across a wide range of sectors.
So it seems like we're witnessing a convergence of trends that's creating a ripple effect of innovation and change across all facets of our lives.
That's a great way to put it. And this brings us back to the question we posed earlier. How might these trends converge in your life or work over the next 5 to 10 years?
It's a question worth pondering as the possibilities are truly endless.
Indeed. And as we move into part 3 of our deep dive, we'll explore some specific areas where these trends are likely to have the most significant impact.
Stay tuned, folks. We're about to uncover some truly fascinating insights. Welcome back for the final part of our deep dive. We've covered a lot of ground, from the massive wave of digital transformation to the rise of specialized technologies, the potential of smart cities, and the evolving landscape of crypto. Now I'm ready to explore some of the areas where these trends might have the biggest impact in the years to come. What do you think?
I agree. It's exciting to think about how all of these seemingly disparate trends could converge and shape our future in unexpected ways.
Absolutely. And one area that I'm particularly fascinated by is artificial intelligence. We've touched on AI in various contexts throughout this deep dive, from digital forensics and financial forecasting to the development of smart cities. But what I'm really curious about is how AI is becoming increasingly integrated into our everyday lives.
It's a great point. AI is no longer just a tool for businesses and tech experts.
Yeah.
It's becoming more and more embedded in the fabric of our daily experiences. Think about voice assistants like Siri and Alexa, personalized recommendations on streaming platforms, and even those helpful chatbots that pop up on websites.
It's amazing how seamlessly AI has become a part of our lives. I use those things all the time. But what are the bigger implications of this trend? Where do you see AI heading in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, I think we'll see AI continue to personalize our experiences in ways we can't even imagine yet. Imagine healthcare systems that tailor treatments to your specific genetic makeup, or educational platforms that adapt to your individual learning style. The possibilities are endless.
That's incredible. But with all this potential, there are also some valid concerns, right? I'm thinking about things like ethics, privacy, and the impact on jobs.
You're right. As AI becomes more powerful, we need to be mindful of its potential impact on society and make sure we're developing and using it responsibly. We need to have open and honest conversations about the ethical implications of AI and create frameworks that ensure its development aligns with our values.
So it's about finding a balance between harnessing the power of AI while also safeguarding our humanity and ensuring a fair and equitable future.
Exactly. And that brings us to another closely related trend: automation.
Automation often gets a bad rap with people worrying about robots taking over jobs, but I think it's more nuanced than that, isn't it?
You're right. While automation may displace some jobs, it also has the potential to create new opportunities and enhance human capabilities. Think of it as a way to free us from repetitive, mundane tasks so we can focus on things that require creativity, critical thinking, and human connection.
So it's not about humans versus machines, but rather humans and machines working together.
Precisely. And this ties back to our earlier discussion about adaptability and the importance of developing future-proof skills as automation changes the nature of work. We need to be prepared to embrace new roles and acquire new skills. Lifelong learning becomes even more crucial.
That makes a lot of sense. We need to be constantly learning and adapting to stay ahead of the curve. It's like we're all students in the school of life, constantly facing new challenges and opportunities.
I love that analogy, and I think it speaks to the broader message we've been exploring throughout this deep dive. We're living in a time of unprecedented technological advancement and change. It can be overwhelming, but it's also incredibly exciting.
It feels like we're standing at the edge of a new frontier with endless possibilities ahead of us.
Exactly, and it's up to each of us to embrace this change, adapt to new realities, and shape the future we want to see.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with this thought. How might these trends we've discussed, digital transformation, specialized technologies, smart cities, the evolving crypto landscape, AI automation, converge in your life or work over the next 5 to 10 years?
It's a question worth pondering because the answers are not predetermined. They're waiting to be discovered and created.
We've given you a map and a compass. Now it's your turn to embark on your own adventure.
Embrace curiosity, stay adaptable, and never stop learning.
And to our amazing listeners, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep into the ever-evolving world around us.
Until next time.